right, there we go, brother. Now we rocking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now we rocking. Now we rocking.
Appreciate you, man. How's everything going with you?
So far, so good. No complaints, man. No complaints. So first, let me do the introduction here. Shadow representing 52 VtK Combat Concepts. We got another segment of 52 Facts Friday, and in the building with me today. Introduce yourself, brother.
Man, ATL Burly representing Team AOD all day, every day. Representing the man system, move as needed or modify as necessary. We're here in the building, baby. Let's get it.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. So, first and foremost, brother, let the people know a little bit about your journey into the 52, how you got exposed to it, how you first heard about it.
Wow. Wow, man. It started when I was just a little young buck, man. Didn't know anything about life, man. Started at the age of 9, where my cousin, he came from Chicago to Huntsville, Georgia, where I was reside during that time. And my mama figured that I needed pretty much a mentor. So he taught me the rules of the game about jailhouse. He called it wall fighting during that time. During that time, it wasn't 52. So he taught me how to fight off the wall, how to stand up as a man, how to use your guard, this, that, and the other. Taught me about discipline. So it was a few blocks that he taught me, but it went a long way. I tell you, brother, went a long way. And from then, continuing to like other martial arts like Taekwondo, later on went into the knife game, we went into 52 AOD. So I have a good list, man, behind me.
All right, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So,
Yes.
So you said your cousin was your first introduction to the jailhouse fighting system.
Yes.
How did you transition from that into 52? Like, when did you first hear about 52 as 52?
I mean, I'm being honest. The first time I heard about 52 was when you might hear the phrase 52 from Wu-Tang Clan, but still I didn't really understood that. Okay, I did not know it had some type of similarity with the jailhouse or beyond the wall. Okay, but when I start seeing like people like Burly, seeing people like Mr. 52. Then how it was associated with the jailhouse, then I started putting everything together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Say yes, sir. And later on, around 2015, I really started getting into the AOD construct. Watching Light Burley doing his thing, and eventually meeting him and studying under him. You know, and we have got more in depth. I have got more in depth with the 52. Love it ever since then, man. Ever since then.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now, 52 is experiencing a renaissance of sorts, right? You know, for a long time, a lot of people didn't know what it was. Those people who had heard about it, a lot of them thought it was a myth, right? But now it's becoming more clear that it is an actual system and it is a viable system, right? So, this is going to be a two-part question. We're going to circle back to this question again later. But the first part of this question is, where do you see this renaissance going? What direction do you see it going in?
Man, we're talking about military. That's where I see it going. In order to know where it's going, you got to know where it came from. All right. It always been a system for us to learn how to deal with the oppression of what's going on amongst us, you know what I'm saying, in certain environments. Starting from the slave system, okay? From the slave system, when slavery was abolished, had the merger of the prison system. From the prison system, we indulged into the boxing, back to the streets, from streets back to the boxing. So everything had been aligned and reciprocated for us to learn from different concepts or different eras of the two. So where it's going next is the military. I could bet you the last dollar.
All right, see, on that, me and you agree 110%, man.
Yeah.
110%. I definitely. I'm sure you see what I be doing, man. I'm trying all that military stuff. I'm in there.
Yeah.
Right? Because the reality of the situation is, you know how they say, in order to catch a wolf, you need a wolf to catch a wolf. 52 is a system created by wolves to combat wolves, man. So
exactly, man. You got
it's
it,
about adaptability.
Man, you got it.
Hey, brother.
Oh yeah, man. You definitely have to be. You can't be the only angel amongst demons, man. When you're going against evil, okay? Evil choose when it needs to walk. I mean, knock on your door. You have to choose whether you're going to answer it and how you're going to answer it. We can't make the choice when evil's going to knock. So you have to use wolf tactics against a wolf. You have to use guerrilla tactics with the gorillas. You get what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
with that being said, you have to think like them. If you can't think like them, how can you be them? You could be the most peaceful person in this world, but if you're not able to think or act accordingly into a problematic era, okay, how would you be able to defeat that person or that entity,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
mindset? It's a mindset you're going against. It's not a human being, a mindset.
See, I like that. And that's an actual fact, man. That's
Yeah.
I realize, right, a lot of times people focus or put too much emphasis or primary emphasis on the hard skills, right? The punch, block, kick.
Mm-hmm.
None on the soft skills, like mindset. Mindset is a soft skill, man. But see, mindset is going to dictate how effective you are with the hard skills,
Yes.
right? You have
Yeah.
the hard skills and the soft skills, but the one is the motivating factor or the other, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you mentioned going in the direction of the military. Now, how, from your perspective, would 52 fit into the military construct?
Okay. To me, the way 52 is going to fit into the military construct it's all about the mindset. I was once in the military, so how it works is this: instead of having all this unnecessary movement, all these unnecessary techniques, they want to get to the nitty gritty. They want to get to what's simple and what's effective. It's all about training you to the point of war. Going out there in your training, learn what you need to learn in a short matter of time. All right, like basic training in the military. Like when I was in the Air Force, it took 7 weeks to graduate. But within that 7 weeks, you had to learn certain type of things and indoctrinate yourself into that war mindset, which pertaining to the Air Force, right? The same thing with any other military. So if you're going to come in with your 52, with your version of 52, they want to know, is your technique, your styles effective? And how quickly can you get my guys out there prepared for war? That's what we need to demonstrate for the military.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you feel 52 is equipped for that?
I know 52 is equipped for that. We came a long way.
Yeah.
Our system, or the system of 52 is very adaptive now. I remember at one point it was just blocking. Okay, it was boxing with the 52. Now we're kicking with the 52. Now we're using knives with the 52. Now we're using other forms of improvised weapons. We're using guns. It's going to continue to grow. You never know what it's going to lead to. I was thinking one point. People might start using parkour with their 52. It's
Yeah,
no
you
telling.
mentioned
The
that.
mind. The mind is an expensive universal tool, man. All you have to grab on to your vision and make it happen. That's all you have to do. You learn the principles, then add on top of it. That's yours. Now we talk about self-expression.
I agree with that.
When you learn a style, you learn someone else's self-expression. That's what you learn.
I agree with that. So as far as mindset, what are some of the soft skills from 52 you think would be applicable in that military construct?
Awareness, paying attention to detail, peripheral vision. I don't care what style you know. I don't care if you know FMA. I don't care if you know Salat. If you cannot pay attention to your detail, you lost the battle already. I remember when I was in the military. When you stand in position of attention, you stand in position of attention for what? To listen, to pay attention to what the drill sergeant is telling you, and also paying attention to your environment. Without that, I don't care what type of skills you put to the table. as far as a physicality is concerned. You're going to lose.
I like that. I like that. As far as the history of the 52, is how you know. Now, let me first say this. I make a point of expressing to people. This is one of the reasons I wanted to start this forum right here, right? Depending on who you learn from, where you learn, and so on and such, the history might be slightly different from person to person, right?
Yeah.
There always going to be commonality, but you know, we never, in the early stages of 52, no one ever thought to write it down. There was no set lineage, right?
Just wait 1 second, brother. I don't mean to cut you on that phone. Keep on. Okay. My bad, brother. My bad. Okay.
That's all good. So like I'm saying, so there was no set lineage, right? So what I wanted to start doing is cataloging the history so that way, if we get the history from everybody, right, and we start finding where the commonalities lie, no one can come from the outside and try to inject some stuff into it that don't belong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So as far as how it was taught to you, let me get the history from you, how it was taught to you.
Well, shoot, for what was taught for me, you know, when we talk about an AOD perspective, art of defense, baby, you know, it thrived from boxing. If you look at it, if you go back to like Ezra Charles, he was using the skull and bone. If you go back to Jack Johnson, he was using the closed door. Okay, these boxes right here, I had the fundamentals and the principles down pat. Okay, now whatever you watch and you view, you learn from these guys. Like I said, you can add what you need to add on to it. You see what I'm saying? But I have to agree with you on this one though. All right, it depends as well who you learn your 52 from. All right, each 52 is not meant to be the same, but it might have this. You might have the same principle. Okay, you might see us doing the triangle trade as a form of feinting, or uptown as a form of feinting, but it could also use as a block. You could use the skull the bone as what? Not just feinting, but you could use it as an elbow. You get what I'm saying? Hell, I could use the karambit with my skull and bone and be able to slash the person's carotid artery. You see what I'm saying? It all depends, like I stated, who's teaching you. As long as the principles align, who could check you on that? Really?
Now, what do you think about, and I ask everybody this one here, there seems like on some fronts, there's a concerted effort to disassociate 52 with the prison system, right? Now, as I always say, we're not promoting criminality in any respect. We're not saying you need to go to prison and learn the real 52, because that would be nonsense, right? However, I feel that it's an undeniable fact that you had a lot of 52 grandmasters that was in the prison system never made it up. And it feels like there are people who trying to erase them out of the history of 52, right? What's your thoughts on that?
When it comes to black history or any type of history, let's say black history, would you eliminate Dr. Martin Luther King out the history books?
Absolutely not.
Would you eliminate Malcolm X out the history book? Whether you feel as though Malcolm X had more influence or Dr. Martin Luther King had more influence, they still serve as a valuable source to what we are today, right? Why would you want to do that for the jailhouse? Why you wouldn't do that for the prison system? They all need it, to be honest with you. Without the prison system, how would I know how to fight in close quarter? Without the prison system, how would my cousin taught me at the age of 9 how to fight off the wall? He